Alright guys, I'm a little late on the entry today. I wasn't going to record at first, but everything just started moving in my direction. As you can see, I'm holding at 536 WWR 2200, and then I still got NNDM that I'm holding from yesterday, 1500 shares at 470. So as you can see, that I'm gonna let the NNDM run. I think I'm gonna let the WWR run a little bit too, up into $6. Now I'll probably pull out about $6, or look right there at 575. If it bounces off that mark, I'll probably pull out at 575, or if it goes through that, I'll pull out at 6. Depending on how parabolic it is. Yeah, probably just the way it looks, just based on it's the same information I said last time in the video about the DoD and the natural essential minerals agenda being pushed forward on the government at the government level. So a lot of companies are going to be reaping the benefits of increased government contracts and regulations to encourage production stateside, so that we're not so dependent on other countries. So some companies are going to be benefiting from this, and I thought that WWR would be one of those, which is why I'm sitting here. And it's like I picked a good play, so probably consolidate right here at the resistance and then push through. Yeah, guys, just the patience, playing it patiently. Like I've been in WWR for I think 3 days now, so I have 2200 because I've averaged down multiple times. So it's just putting yourself in position. During that time that I had WWR, I wasn't making money on it. I was making money on NNDM, and I made 1230 Monday. I made 1300 on Tuesday. Yesterday was Wednesday. I made 1990. And today, right now, I'm up, so I'm thinking about not getting greedy and just closing these trades out. Well, closing one of them out, like NNDM, and then letting WWR run. NNDM, I'm actually under the 200, and I'll show you. I gotta get that other setup so I can add a camera so you guys can see my setup. But as you can see on NNDM on the 2-minute, I'm way below. I'm beginning to put it on the 5-minute, I'm way below the 200. So the 200 moving average is the red line right here. Again, the last 200 candles averaged out. So I'm below that too. So this thing could take a dive and I would still be safe, So I'm comfortable with that one being where it's at. And look at it, it's running too. So my daily goal is 1,000 at minimum. So a lot of times when I hit $1,000 on any trade, especially something as small as 1,500 shares, a lot of times I'll take that profit. So again, depending on the running, how much volume we have. The volume is at 7 million almost. At 730, it's a lot. So it's trending up, and it's got a nice uptrend. As you can see, everything's on the uptrend. And then we still got WWR consolidating under some resistance. Let it do its work, right, guys? Let it do its work. Be patient. Don't bail out of it too early. With this one, 2,200 shares, I've spent 3 days on it, right? So I'm looking for profits on this one. I'm looking to get up here around, $6, and that's where I'll take. That's where I'll get out. So I'll get out right there at 597. And NNDM's running up.
Order filled.
As you can see, I take it. Profit's taken, guys. $1,000 profit. I hit my goal for the day, and I still have WWR that's running, and I'm up 700 on that one. So it's just taking the profits, guys, when you can. Don't play around, just take the profits. Knowing where to take profits. NNDM, again, I had a daily goal with NNDM. I just wanted to hit my daily goal. But anywhere up here, because see, there's no resistance up here. So I can look back here on the daily and find resistance from the day prior. which was at 517. So it's pushed past that. It's an all new high right now. I don't know how deep it's going to go. I wouldn't suggest it going past 550, and definitely not 6 today. 6 would be a hard resistance. 550 would be a medium resistance. So as you can see, we're right up on that. For me, it's not. This is just. There's not a lot of catalyst behind it. It's just moving in the right direction. It's got good movement. It's got good hype. So I don't think it's going to bust into the heavens right now. But so like I said, I just want to take my profits, solidify that, use that $1,000 profit to buy back in, which I probably will as soon as this dips back down near the 200 at the 494, or later on in the day it might be at $5. Anywhere near that, I buy right back in with another 500 shares immediately, and then I manage that later on. Probably add shares to it. That's where I end up around 1,000 to 1,500 shares at a time. If it takes days to do that, I'll end up with 2,000, 3,000 shares, how many days it takes to get it. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of things going on. But that's a good one right there for me. So and again, it's the small, consistent gains, guys. It's not the big, $5,000 gain. It is the small, consistent gains that get you to where you can be profitable at the daily level. I just crossed over the 25K mark a day ago, yesterday. So that's why I started kind of putting some media together, explaining how I got there, because I think that a lot of the ways these guys are teaching out there, they might not be profitable. One, they might be just taking what they read and what they hear and what they see on other videos and trying to make money off their videos, subscriptions and views and shit like that. So I think that some of these methods are a little skewed. Some of the methods that they have and that they're playing with require a lot of capital for them to do that. So when you're starting off with no capital, how do you make it, right? How am I able to do it if I can't buy fucking 5,000 shares of something, right? And play around with $100 stock. It's not feasible for people who are starting off with $500 in their account. So yeah, that's how I started doing this and started putting a little bit of the media together to explain how I did it. And I'm looking at my calendar right now. I lost $31 on Tuesday, $62 on Thursday the 5th, and $109 on Wednesday the 11th. Every other day, the 6th, the 10th, the 12th, the 13th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th have all been green. A couple days I didn't trade, but and those profits are all significant. 800 on the 6th, 513 on the 10th, 505 on the 12th, 515 on the 13th. That week was full of just 500s. The 16th, 17th, 18th, the 16th was 1200 plus, 17th was 1300 plus, the 18th was 1990, and today I'm up 901. So it's just being consistent, having the principles and rules that you follow, and sticking with that. Take the profits. Don't play around. Don't play games with people out there that are a lot better traders than us. So I'm looking at WWR. If you want to look back at NNDM and see what it's doing, NNDM's still hovering around that 545 mark. This is, like I said, an all-time recent high. It's had a 520 back here where it's set for a minute, and the highest it's ever been was 6 recently. This has some big movements from back in the day. It was actually like $100 stock a couple of years ago. So it's got some room. It's got some good technology that can get it back up there. So, but that's what it's doing today. It's good movement. A lot of sells coming in the time and sells. Good volume, 7.8 at 7:40 a.m. So good volume. And it just left the penny land, $5 a stock, $5 a stock share. So it's good. I play it all the time. I make money on it all the time. I like it. Actually, it's where all my money's come from this week, and that's $4,000, and then today, so I'm at $5,000 on NNDM just this week. I prefer playing the same stock over and over. You know how it moves. You know its movement. You know its catalyst. You know its news. You know its sales. You know its financials. You know a lot about it. So it's a good thing to make sure you do, is to have some that you always play. You can look at the scanner and pull stocks off the scanner, the ones that are moving for sure. Make sure you have the ones that you're comfortable playing that are moving your direction all the time. But I will sign back on here in a little bit. I'll let WWR move a little bit, get up past the 575 resistance level right here. You see R1. Before it gets past that, I think it'll probably come back to its 20 or its or the 13 moving average that I have right here, the gold one. And as you can see, the volume's not as high as NNDM, only 4.7 million, way below any of the top movers. So it's going to slowly trickle up its path today, and I'll let it do that freely. And I'll talk to you guys